Ali Dawah wants to talk to me.
I just wanted to mention something that basically we was talking about.
Wait. Am I being invited into this conversation, or am I just here as a tool?
No.
Let's be clear.
No. You're not a tool. I'm just going to.
So I can stay, right?
You can stay.
You're not going to be offended.
No, I'm not gonna be offended.
Not for 5 minutes.
No,
if you're inviting me and I'm staying.
No, you can stay. Just on the topic, because he was mentioning something about the Christians and the Muslims should come together against the current forces of evil that we have today. My dear friend here, we've been talking about this for the past 2 years.
Yeah.
I overheard your conversation over there where you was talking about that in Christianity there is no such thing as blessing gate.
Yeah, there's no such thing.
So it just goes in ties in with what we was talking about, and I did say very clearly, and I'll say it here as well. I said I despise you, and I'm sure you despise me. But the point is this.
Wait, hold on. Because he said something that's not true here.
Okay,
he said that I despise him, right? This is the difference between Christianity and Islam.
Okay, he loves
no,
me.
listen. It's true. It's true. It is true. I genuinely love this man. Why do I love this man? Is it because I love this man because he's a Muslim? No. Islam stinks. As an ideology, it's sickening. However, this man, regardless of his religion, is made in the same image of God that I am made and all of you are made. And it is that image that I love. I cannot hate the image of God, and the image of God resides in everybody, regardless of their ethnicity, their religion, their sexuality, their physical ability. They should all be loved. But not every ideology should be loved. Nazism should not be loved. Fascism should not be loved. And Islam should not be loved, because these are horrendous ideologies. So I separate your ideology from you. I love you. I don't despise you. You despise me because Islam teaches you to despise me. And that's the difference between our religions.
Brothers, one second.
I was here by his invitation.
I invited him, he spoke, and I would like to speak. Please, yeah, I've got a mouth as well. Now, I invited him to mention the cause, that our cause can be one, because Allah says in the Quran, Surah Ma'idah, وَتَعَاوَنَ عَلَى الْبِرِّ وَالتَّقْوَى, meaning come together towards righteousness, which is what? We have a common enemy. Okay, that was one thing. Number two, I'm a person who likes to be direct. I don't like to sugarcoat. Yeah? I'll say again, I despise you. You know why? Now, did I say that to you? No. Have I said that to you? Okay, now if my religion teaches that, are you all Christians? Then I should despise all of you. Now, I want to make a differentiation. Now, in Islam, I've listened to you, please allow me to speak more. Yeah, I know you tried it. Okay, now, I don't despise you, I don't despise him. Now, if somebody, for example, has been hostile towards me, be it verbally and in different ways, I personally believe if Bob had the power, he would execute me in this park. I believe that with all my heart. Now, do I believe you would do that? No. So that's what Allah tells us in the Quran, Laysu sawa. Yeah, the people of the book are not the same. So I know you are not like him. So when I say I despise him, he's turned it into I love him. We know very well his love would be, yeah? So therefore, the conversation was about something else, but he had to say, what I wanted to say was that I heard your speech over there, and our common goal is the same, and it's good that I see Christians waking up to this reality. Then rather than the animosity towards Islam, we can come together, maybe on this cause. That's what I wanted to say.
Okay, do you want to reply to that before I reply to that?
And you can have the last statement. I'm done.
Obviously, I don't. Seems like you've got a lot of history, but but yeah, I'd agree with what he's saying.
Right. So
but I would say we can agree, and then we can fight. But
yeah, like you said, what did you say in the beginning? You said
let's all join up, fight, and then let's debate the Trinity. Let's then debate
Good point. It's a good point.
Okay, so allow me to reply, because with respect, are you a Christian yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So with respect, there's a lot of naivety amongst Christians, because a lot of Christians aren't educated about the 1400 years of Christian experience under Islamic law, right? We just don't know. People do not know because we're not taught, right? I've got friends who belong to the Coptic Church. The Coptic Church is the church in Egypt. Yeah. I've got friends in the Assyrian Church. This is the church of Iraq and Syria and Lebanon. I've got Christian friends. A Muslima actually became a Christian. She's a Palestinian, right? She's become a Christian recently, right? She became a Christian. Her family kicked her out of her home and now want nothing more to do with her. Christians in Syria, Christians in Egypt, go and speak to them. Don't take my word for it. Go and visit a Coptic church. Go and visit an Assyrian church. Don't take my word for it. Don't take Ali's word for it. Go and visit those Christians yourself and ask them, have you suffered under Sharia law? And every one of them will tell you yes. Why? Because those churches have been persecuted under Sharia law. Now, you know the Bible, I hope, brother, as much as I do. The Bible teaches a Christian that we must stand up against injustice. That we're not supposed to let injustice run roughshod over the world. That means that I make a distinction between the Islamist, someone who wants to impose Sharia law on this world, and a genuine Muslim, a Muslim who isn't interested in imposing Sharia law on this world. And when I meet a genuine, sincere Muslim, I can love them, I can unite with them on good, godly things, about like opposing abortion, or opposing gay marriage, or opposing gay adoption, for examples. However, when I meet an Islamist, like many of the Muslims in this park are Islamists, who want to impose Sharia law over my head and turn me into a second-class citizen, of course, as a Christian, I must oppose them. I must oppose them. Does that mean that I'd execute Ali? No. I'd probably have him banished from the country, actually.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Exile.
I would.
Okay, good. But you know what I admire? One thing I admire about Bob, yeah, is this honesty, yeah? Because some Christians come and say, yeah, we love, and even though you did that slide with that.
I do love you.
But you know what? Actually, we had a discussion before, a long time ago, and I said, look, and he was very honest about it. If he's going to be in the battlefield, best believe no one's throwing flowers at anybody. But the fact that you said you will exile me, look, I admire that, because at the end of the day, in what context, even though it's against myself, at least you're being true to your word. Now, I just want to, you made some claims, I just want to address those here. This is the treaty that Umar ibn Khattab had with the Christians and the Jews. So he said that the Christians living under our lands, yeah? Go look in history. I'm going to give you a book, it's a book called The Martyrs of Cordoba. Please read that book, yeah? And see how the Christians were living in those lands and how some troublemaking Christians came about insulting the Prophet in public. Martyrs of Cordoba. Now, I'm going to read you the treaty, yeah? And tell me if this seems like we want to butcher you guys. This is the protection which the servant of Allah, Amir al-Mu'mineen, grants to the people of Palestine. Thus, protection is for their lives, property, church, cross, for the healthy and the sick, and for all their co-religionists, in this way that their churches shall not be turned into dwelling houses, nor will they be pulled down, nor an injury will be done to them or their enclosures, nor to their cross, and nor will anything be deducted from their wealth. No restriction should be made regarding their religious ceremonies. No Jew will be allowed to stay along with them. This was a request made by the Christians themselves, by the way. Yeah, the Christians did not want the Jews to live with them, because the Jews have been heavily persecuted by the Christians. Yeah, the Crusaders. Yeah, here the ruling scene is that Islam is telling them live in harmony together. And it continues. This is a treaty, meaning one of the biggest things we despise in Islam is what? The Trinity. It says we are not even allowed to touch your crosses.
Yeah, because you believe it's polytheism.
We do, but because you're people of the book, like idol worshippers, Islam says you either accept Islam or you fight them. Yeah. The Christians and the Jews are allowed to pay jizya, or in form of
jizya, the tax.
Yes, the tax you have to pay. Yeah, or you come and join us against a common enemy, then you don't need to pay jizya. For example. That is all I have to say. What was your name?
Isaac.
Isaac, was nice talking to you. Bob, again, thanks for your take on the
No worries.
I'm not going to shake your hand because I...
Now you see, now notice the difference. Notice the difference. I want to honour the image of God in this man. But the difference is, he sees no dignity in me to be honoured.
The people of the book are not the same. I respect you. You're a gentleman.
Right.
You're kind. He has much...
Yeah. Sorry.